everything is setting up for a major move for Bitcoin, the bull flag here. So the technical target would be $99,000. We might get rejected from there. Two key areas that we need reclaim to get continuation. Hi guys, welcome back. I'm home. Let's get into it straight away. Bitcoin is not done yet. I will show you what I have found over the last couple of days in the charts and will you show right now exactly what I expect to happen here in the coming hours. I can tell you it is positive, but there are some bumps in the road. Let's go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here on this Monday today. I just jumped out of another plane to come back here home. I have again not a lot of time, so this will be again a really sweet and short video, but let's directly jump into it here. So the bumps in the road. Let's start with the potential bumps in the road this week. The bumps in the road are, the first one is coming up tomorrow, where Jerome Powell has to testify in front of the Congress at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is for me like I think it's my 8 p.m.-ish in the evening. So I potentially gonna live stream this tomorrow. I wanted to make a live stream tomorrow, so it would make sense to do it around this time. Then on Wednesday, we have new CPI and we have CPI year over year coming out. That will again potentially impact the markets. Then on Thursday, we have initial job claims, again, something that can move the markets in either direction. And on Friday, I just don't know which time it was again, but there is supposed Jerome Powell speaking again. So throughout the week, we have a lot of potential turbulences here, regardless what the chart is saying. So, but now let's actually get here into the charts and let's see what we can find here. So first of all, the CME chart did not create a CME gap here over the weekend. As you can see, we got here a nice reversal candle, bottoming candle formation, going back to the upside, but we have here multiple resistances that we are currently running into. We have this one up here at $98,460, and we have also another one basically coming down here, and there's this resistance here at, if we are going today all the way up there, it would be around $99,700 approximately. So two key areas that we need to reclaim to get continuation and establish support above $100,000 already on the CME chart. And when we go into then the weekly chart, so we got here a good start into the week with a bounce back to the upside. Now here, the same like on CME, the most important level that we need to reclaim here on the higher time frames is roughly the $99,000 level. If we can close this week above $99,000, we should be good to go back to the upside, but only then. If something else absolutely crazy happens, then we could turn this into a rejection and we would come one more time lower here on the higher time frames, and then by next week get that push to the upside. So first, there is some indicators heading against that. For one, it is the RSI that's already pointing back to the upside, and if Bitcoin goes here above $99,000, I believe that also the stochastic will start to turn around here slightly, and then by the end of the week, once we're closing in exact that position, we get another buy signal on the stochastic, the RSI is going a little bit higher, and Bitcoin will also then establish the $100,000 level again as support with continuation into higher prices and potential new all-time high. When we are going then into the lower time frames here on the 12-hourly chart, we are currently just above the VPVR, the point of control, and also just below EMA ribbon. So we are getting sandwiched right now between both of these levels. We need a break above the EMA ribbon. First of all, turn the EMA ribbon back into an uptrend and avoid further downwards pressure from this flip here. And we need at the same time hold the VPVR, the point of control here, to not further risk also here to come back to the bottom of the range at $94,000 approximately, from where we would get most likely again another bounce. So here's one major problem, and that is that the stochastic is already pretty high, but the MACD just flipped bullish here. The RSI is still in kind of neutral position. So if the RSI can push here a little bit to the upside, price a little bit to the upside, then it does not really matter what the stochastic RSI is doing over the next 2-3 days-ish, but then most likely we'll have at one point a small cool down where the price is either going sideways or also is correcting a little bit before we get then the next leg to the upside. On the 50-minute time frame, we are currently fighting with the downward sloping trend line here that is acting as a major resistance at around $98,000 as mentioned earlier. We are more or less bull flagging here. If you look at this, too far into that flag yet to invalidate the bull flag here. So the technical target would be $99,000. Funny coincidence here once again, a lot of confluence around this level. And if I draw here a horizontal line, then you see that here is also a lot of resistance. So potentially a move to $99,000 is in the cards here today. We might get rejected from there. That is fine as long as we stay then above $98,300, $400, I would say. Yeah, $98,200 to $400 if we can manage to stay above that level. If we get up here today, that would, in my opinion, be extremely bullish for a potential continuation then later in the week past $100,000. So here the RSI is currently cooling down. That can still continue a little bit, but here in the next hour or so, we most likely get a turnaround and get another attempt to break this downward sloping trend line. On the MDX ALGO scalp gradients, also here, we are heating up now in the colorization. Not usually when we get a heat up phase, that means also that price is expanding to the upside. We got here a small dot plot that is not really saying anything right now at the current position of the reactor indicator. That is, in my opinion, a small fake out. Once we are seeing here price expanding past $100,000 and we get another plot, that is something that I will take a little bit more serious. But you see here overall, we can still form here that W pattern with a breakout and a technical target 100. What was that? I think $107,000 approximately. So this is still good to go. I still have my trades on ZOOMEX running exactly for that reason, because I still believe that we are going to get this pop here in the short term, and that's why I just don't care. I keep it running. Even if it would go down to break even, I would just add more to that position. I really don't care because I know what's coming. If you follow this channel for quite a while, you know that I'm most of the time pretty accurate and right with what I'm saying. Sometimes I'm a little bit off with the timing, but overall it is playing out. So if you're actually new to the channel, guys, don't forget to also like, subscribe, and activate the notification bell here, really important. And also, if you want to trade with me together and catch the next trade in that same manner here that I have opening here currently on Bitcoin, then go to the link in the description. You still have over 2 days to sign up here for the ZOOMEX Nation Cup. You can either join the German team that I'm part of or any other country that you want to represent. We can still share the prize pool all together here. And don't forget, everybody that signs up under my link will stand a chance to win $200 that you can actually withdraw from your account. Also to mention here again, ZOOMEX is the best non-KYC exchange out there, guys. So if you're not able to use Bybit, this is the second best choice in the market right now. So don't miss out on that. Make use of that and use the link in the description for that. Now, when we're looking at the liquidation levels, also here you see again another confluence level where we most likely get here a move into 99,000, even up close to $100,000, and that is these liquidation levels that we are really, really close to already, and we are also slightly above the 50 moving average. So if we can stay above the 50 moving average for another 1 or 2 hours, I can definitely imagine that we get here a small pump to the 200 moving average. From there we get another rejection, but then we start bouncing between the 50 and the 200, coil up here a little bit, and then we get an expansion to the upside into higher levels. But you see also here into these higher levels, the high leverage liquidity has slowly already reduced itself. So up here was way more high leverage liquidity that is already getting closed here by all the people that have taken shorts just to protect the positions, which makes sense because they also understand that there are too many shorts right now into the market, which will lead at some point to a major short squeeze. So, and you can see this also here on the liquidation heat map. Look here, this cluster around $107,800 approximately, all the way up to $110,000. There is the highest concentration of liquidity currently, and also here directly above current price at $100,000 300 and $102,600. There is a lot of liquidity that will give us the fuel that we need to break here into these higher price levels and into a new all-time high for a Bitcoin. So, and the next major short squeeze that I expect here will happen at around $99,200, will get us past $100,000, and then we could potentially get here a really quick moving cascade into the $105,000, $110,000 mark. Now on the daily chart, also here you see everything is setting up for a major move for Bitcoin. If we can reclaim today this upward sloping trend line, then this whole thing here was just, how to say again, a deviation. That's what I was looking for. So there was then just a deviation when we once we are reclaiming this, and then in the next 2-3 days we are going to get a breakout and breaking back into this trading range here just above us, for the simple reason that the MACD is about to turn bullish here. The stochastic gave already a buy signal, and the RSI is pointing to the upside. So momentum is definitely shifting back here to push into higher prices. Now on Bybit, I'm currently actually not logged in. My Bybit trade is also gaining here traction once again, getting here a bit of my money back. You know, I'm still here in a loss on that trade. So as you can see, I'm roughly $27,000 still in a minus on this trade. But yeah, in the next couple of days, I definitely expect that this is going to break even and start to turn actually into a profit. That's why I'm still holding this position without any major problems here. Yeah, so I'm not hiding anything, guys. This will turn positive. I'm yeah, absolutely convinced about that. So if you want to trade with me on Bybit together and enter this trade more or less at the same level where I've entered it, actually you can enter this way earlier. I would enter this here at like $97,900, $98,000 approximately. There you can actually enter this trade way before me, where I originally entered, and take advantage of that whole move to the upside. There is a link in the description if you want to use Bybit. Don't forget, I give away randomly $500 every Sunday to 2, 3, maybe even 4 people. The only thing that you need to do is deposit $100 and sign up with the link in the description and in the pinned comment below. Now, the Bitcoin dominance is still here in that big resistance area, but don't be fooled here, guys. This is going to break down really quickly. This up here was the blow off top for the dominance. We will not get any higher than that. I would be really surprised if the dominance would manage to do that. It is highly unlikely that we are going to see that. I'm for now not ruling it out, but there is like maybe a 10% chance or even lower that we are going higher than this, because look at this major wick here. This is such a clear blow off top. Yeah, I would be just surprised if we would get here basically a double top before this starts here to break further to the downside. So here the total free market cap is also still on track here with our new scenario that we have lined out. We came all the way down to $835 billion. From here, it looks like that we are back now ranging to the upside. Major resistance will be first $980 billion. Once we are above that, we should also get quick acceleration into higher levels. And because now the market needs to catch up, we are time-wise a little bit behind in the cycle, and that means at some point price will catch up to time, and that means that things need to accelerate and move a little bit faster than most people are expecting currently. Here with Ethereum on the 4-hourly chart, we are here in this bearish pennant. It is technically a bearish pennant, but I see here that this is also over the next 48 hours actually breaking to the upside. So, but if you would treat this as a bearish pennant, then this would be your target here, $1,880. I don't believe that this is going to happen, because when you go to the daily chart, you see we are totally overextended here and oversold. So here is definitely a turnaround in progress already, and this might be one of the best entries right now that you get on Ethereum if you were too scared to enter here in that massive wick when we were breaking to the downside. So the same goes for Solana. If I go into a daily chart, also here, the stochastic is already going back to the upside, MACD turning around, RSI going to the upside. We only need to reclaim here $205 and you get here the next big shift to the upside. On the 4-hourly chart, you can also clearly see that between 205 and 212 dollars is right now the biggest resistance. Once we are getting above this here, you get expansion into higher levels here also fairly quickly. Guys, that's it already for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I have to run quick to the gym before they're closing. That's why the video is a little bit short today, but I will be back tomorrow with a stream, and we're also going to talk then about some other altcoins here once again. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I see you with more money tomorrow.